Mojang, I have a question. Why do most blocks have polished and brick variants? Almost all the stone blocks, except some don't have a brick version, or some don't have a polished version, or some don't have any variants at all. Why does this block, one of the oldest blocks in the game, have a slab variant but not a stair variant? Why does nearly every single block have a wall variant except for stuff like stone and quartz? There's a lot of these weird inconsistencies in the game that kind of bother me, really bother me when I'm trying to build. But then I got to thinking, I can fix it. I can make a mod. And that's what I did. I made a mod you can download right now on Modern that adds over 50 different block variations that Minecraft's been missing for years and years. I gave a texture artist and developer all my different ideas for block variants, and they completely brought them to life. I'm going to showcase all of them, and at the end of the video, I'm going to try to see what I can build with them. First up, we've got one of my favorite things in the whole pack, these terracotta tile shingles. Almost every single terracotta color is a color you can only get with using terracotta. There's no other blocks in the game that look like it, so it's kind of hard to incorporate these colors when there's only one variation. That's why I added these. These are just calling to be used on a roof, and they're really versatile. I feel like they could be in a lot of different build styles, like a more medieval thing, or even a more like modern type of house can use these darker black shingles, and it gives a cool little bit of variation when you're trying to build with this type of color. This is like the number one. I think this is like the number one texture I want added to Minecraft, but for now we have it in our mod. Down this path, you're gonna see all the different block variations we added. It seems so obvious, and it looks like it fits right into the game, but andesite bricks, of course, they should be in the game. We already have the polish. It makes so much sense, and they're a nice little variant to stone that's just a little bit more shiny. And along that same vein, we have the granite bricks. I think this fills in a very good gap in the game where we need like a more thicker looking reddish brick. And those two blocks, well, I haven't even tried that before, but those two blocks look great together. I'm sure packed mud probably would work well with it, which of course it does. And not to mention, obviously you can see that every single one of these block variations also has this full set of stairs and slabs and walls, so you are not missing out on any type of building opportunity. Then we have the blocks that have absolutely zero variants. Dripstone, for example. We added dripstone bricks and polished dripstone, and of course all the different shape variants of that. And this is such a cool, unique color that's not really in the game before this, other than of course the base dripstone. And it is super cool. I can think of all the building possibilities with this, not to mention how well it mixes with this type of terracotta. And then back over here we have our two white blocks. We have the diorite variants with our polished diorite and our that's already in the game, but the diorite bricks. This brick has a very like marbly look to it, which I think is cool, and I can see a lot of applications for this. And not too far off we have the calcite. It's a little bit cleaner than diorite, I think, which actually makes me think this could be kind of a cool tile pattern. Don't get me wrong, these are relatively similar blocks. You can obviously see the difference, but I just wanted to make sure it was consistent. We had all the variations in the game. I didn't want to leave anything out. And then we had one of my personal favorites, the polished mud. I mean, we have the regular mud. We even have mud bricks. But the fact that we don't have polished mud is so crazy to me. And this is a really cool, really clean texture, especially for it being mud. And this honestly might be one of my favorite textures in the whole pack. It's such a cool block. Aside from that, we have a bunch of new wall variants. We have stone walls. I mean, come on, this is so obvious. Like, you can make stalactites and stuff with this. And I was kind of surprised to find out there wasn't stone walls in the game when I was researching. And then quartz as well. It is actually criminal that we don't have quartz walls in the game, especially these ones. This like quartz pillar is so sick for building like Greek architecture and stuff like that. Or even it looks really cool as a fence. It looks like a picket fence kind of. Come on, we need this in the game so bad. And then of course we have smooth stone stair, by far the most important block in this entire pack. I guess, I don't know, it just bothered me that there's not a stair variant of this. I mean, come on. Right now, I want to see if I can build a house that looks decent with all these new blocks. And in the meantime, I should probably explain why I even made a mod in the first place. I mean, this has kind of come out of nowhere. Well, to be honest with you, this stuff wasn't originally designed for a mod. A couple years ago, I had this vision of creating a Minecraft server with a bunch of custom features, and we actually got pretty far along in the process. We made a lot of cool stuff, and a lot of cool textures, a lot of cool features, but then I realized running a Minecraft server would suck. It would take up all my time, and I don't think it would even be fun, to be honest, let alone profitable. But I was still sitting on all this really cool content, so I'm like, why don't I just turn it into mods? Right now I think we have enough features for 4 different mods we'll be releasing over the next coming months, and who knows, if they're really successful, maybe I'll make more. I have poured countless hours into organizing this and helping create all this stuff, so I'd really appreciate if you supported the project by hitting the download button. Even if you don't use it right away, just clicking download really supports us and helps more people see it. And obviously the link to it is in the description, so check it out. Here's a simple little medieval cottage entrance design I came up with, nothing crazy, but I was able to make use of a lot of the new blocks. All the new calcite blocks look really cool mixed in with the diorite. And then we've got a variation of the blue terracotta shingles up on the roof, which add just that little bit of texture it really needed. Hey guys, what's going on? And then we've got a granite brick chimney with some dripstone mixed in. And our quartz pillar wall is a little bit of a fence. If you want to check out the mod for yourself, the link is in the description. Downloading it really supports us and helps us make more mods in the future. So thanks so much for watching.